Hey, what's up everyone? It's Ember HD. What's going on everyone? Finally a FIFA video. It's been so damn long, but anyway, let's get into this. This is basically what the ex-Madrid versus the ex-Barcelona players that are still on FIFA put together versus each other, where my friend will play them. I used the version of the Ultimate Team cards just to show you how it would look. And I've missed quite a few players out, but they're just not worth being in the team as they're too slow and old and whatever. So this is how generally how Barca's team would be fielded with Neymar and obviously some that have been transferred now. I put them in. So on paper, Barca look phenomenal. So do Madrid, definitely. But on Ultimate Team also with all the fancy cards, it'll be great. But anyway, let's just get straight into this with Messi cutting in, typical Messi, but Casillas saving it. Here we have Benzema on the ball, tight angle, has no choice. Usually, best option would be to cross it, but anyway, here's the legend Thierry Henry, the main man, went on an undefeated run with Arsenal, famous for that as well. Famous for his Champions League performance as well. Famous for everything really. It's Thierry Henry, even his fake kick pass. But anyway, when my friend is playing as the Madrid, I'm playing obviously as the Barcelona. So anyway, lovely through ball there to Neymar, left foot outside the box, not bad. Made the keeper at full stretch. Here's Mesut Ozil onto his right foot. Good tackle there, good pressure, great interceptions and great tackling from the Barcelona boys. So first game was 0-0, very dull and boring, but don't worry, rest assured the second game will be a lot more entertaining. There's a good picture of the Madrid and Barca Clasico going on. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo on the ball. Decent strike, not too bad. Victor Valdez at full stretch. Some good passing here between Neymar and Henry with the 1-2. That is Henry. Oh, is that Ibrahimovic? Sorry. And I don't know why Neymar went for the little cheeky rainbow flick there. But anyway, here's Ibrahimovic with a free kick in the 8th minute. Very important game here, and Ibra hits the post. Let's just get on into this, into the 18th minute with Ricardo Quaresma, if you guys know who he is. Um, Madrid get the ball back. Lovely through ball to Di Maria. Puyol trying to catch up to him. Doesn't. Keeper does really well to save. Got to make a few substitutes with Henri coming off for Samuel Eto'o, and I think I bring on Thiago as well. For Xavi, I think it is. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so we'll see how these substitutes have been introduced and how will they play. Nice little rainbow flick there, but a bit lucky to get collected, really, because the defender should have done better to... Actually, the midfielder should have done better to intercept that. But here's Neymar using his blistering pace, which is what Barca will really Barcelona fans will really enjoy. You watching Neymar do his trickery and pushing that down the wings, down the center even. But anyway, here's Lionel Messi, nice through ball to Ibra, good passing there, and Ibra not really gonna finish from there, is he? Let's face it. So right now, Barca are dominating the ex-Madrid team, and here's Samuel Eto'o again. Could he make it 2-0? Nope. So generally, if we brought this into discussion, who would win between these two? On paper, definitely Barca. I'm a Barca fan. I'm sorry to put it that way, but on paper it does look likely like that with all the big name players, and we're talking about if we put them all in their prime as well. That's another way to look at it. But I mean, obviously, people could appeal and say, "What about Figo, Zidane? Put them in." But no, of course, that's a totally different thing. So I'm not gonna compare it to that. I'm just comparing it for the fun of this video. That's all. So otherwise, there's so many great players in Madrid that I could have put in and mentioned, but they're not on FIFA, obviously. So I would say if these two teams met together, probably Barca might have the upper hand. But with Barca right now, the tiki taka, I mean, it's just Madrid lately in Clasicos in general as well. Complete ultra defensive and hitting them on the counterattacks, having Robben, because right now with this team, I still have Puyol, Piqué, Jordi Alba, and Alves. Pretty much the same Barca team, right? Defensive line right now. So when you have them and they have to shield off Robin and Ronaldo breaking down the wings, it could hit them on the counterattack, and you could expect a couple of 1-0s or 2-1s against Madrid. To Madrid, sorry. You never know. And you can't predict games like this. That's the problem. But Robin and Ronaldo be too dangerous. They could actually change the game completely. And there's Ramos chewing on my play. I don't know why I did that. Anyway, that was a really weird little scene. So here's 2-2, and here's Benzema to finish off the game. No, he can't because Valdez has done extremely well to get that foot of his right up his Gargonzola. Here's the third game. There's Ronaldo and Lionel Messi standing side by side. Whoa, sorry about that. What the hell? I don't know why I burped. Anyways, the third game, we're gonna make some substitutes now because we are already losing 1-0. The reason I didn't have the footage in there is because I did not expect him to score so fast. It was like the first minute, and I was just like, okay, let me put my PVR on. And by the time I was like, what? And now I'm down 2-0 with Ari and Robin. Absolutely, this is exactly what I mean. Hitting them on the counter attack. That's why it could be a problem. But these kind of games you can predict. I still feel Barca could have the upper hand with Ibrahimovic's aerial threat, which Barca they say would be a lot more complete with more aerial threat, right? So having him up there and Puyol in his prime, Barca should have the upper hand with that tiki taka through the central, with that good diverse skill and agility in general and aerial threat ability and the great technique with Ibra up front. I think Barca should have the upper hand. Should and generally have the upper hand. Put it in the comments below and tell me why you think Barca would have the upper hand, or Madrid, and who and why and who and he and who, and and I'd be really happy to see. But I personally think Barca. Having Ibra there be the aerial threat, even though his technique and his ability to finish anything in any situation, and we're talking about them being in their prime, and then Henri with his brilliant dribbling, great eye for goal, and then you have people like Messi and Neymar, can be playing as the wingers, feeding them the balls, using their blistering pace through the midfield of Xavi and Iniesta with a tiki-taka, creativity and good eye of the ball through the through ball. The only thing is Puyol would be brilliant, and PK has not been up to his best standards, so maybe that's the only little chink in the chain, maybe that PK, but Puyol would be brilliant, and then Alba and Dani Alves. So basically, the only weak side I would see possibly the height, and so possibly Barca. And then you look at Madrid, you see Robin Ronaldo, perfect. Then you got Benzema up front. You have Xabi Alonso and maybe Ozil, Beckham, and Beckham in his prime. So you have a great eye for goal as well as generally great wingers. A decent striker, Benzema. I'm just talking about in terms of his form, but looking at his prime, could be a 50-50. Madrid might have the upper hand because their defense have decent aerial threat with Varane, actually, Ramos, and then Marcelo. Don't look at Marcelo in centre back. I just did it for that formation of FIFA Ultimate Team, making that squad. But in general, possibly 50-50, you can't tell. But I still feel if it's 0-0 on terms of how you compare the team in stats and how they are, then maybe if you look, I'll have to move to paper Barca. So anyway, just feel free to put in the comments below. And I think this is a great. If you want me to do something like this again, just mention in the comments below, and I'll do another one, Man U or whatever. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.